Hi neighbors, this is Gio from Food Ed, and welcome to your community compost bin. We have the opportunity to turn our food waste into compost, which means we're gonna have great benefits for our environment, great benefits for our gardens, and really turn trash into a community resource.
But how exactly does compost work? We create compost by combining green waste, such as our food scraps, eggshells, and coffee grounds, with brown waste, such as dry leaves, paper bags, or newspapers. Air and water are also essential compost ingredients that allow important bugs and microorganisms to survive. These bugs and microorganisms break down the green and brown waste materials into smaller and smaller pieces. The pile will get very hot as the materials are digested by all the organisms. Eventually, we will end up with compost, nutrient-rich and perfect for adding to your soil. Once it is ready, we distribute our compost for free at various community events and giveaways. So, what makes compost so important and why should we care about it? Composting is a great way to help our planet and our local community. Did you know that 40% of our waste comes from food? Unfortunately, when food gets sent to landfills, it doesn't break down as quickly and actually leads to the release of methane, a harmful greenhouse gas. Composting can be a climate change solution. Not only does saving our scraps for compost reduce our methane emissions, but composting actually captures carbon and stores it in the soil. Composting also helps us in our gardens by cycling nutrients from the food we eat back into our soil, creating a local nutrient cycle that makes the soil healthier and our plants stronger. Community compost bins are just one great way Monrovia can take part in this process. If you are ready to begin composting, then listen up for a guide on how our community bins work. At our compost bins, you'll bring the green waste. Remember, these are your food scraps and other organic waste. And we will provide the brown waste. You will be adding your green waste to the bin labeled Add with the open sign on it. The other bins are closed. These bins are further along in the compost process and won't be taking any new material. Unfortunately, we cannot accept meat, dairy, or cooked foods at our community bins, as they will not break down fast enough and could cause bad odors. Industrial composting sites will accept these, so throw them in your green bin, please. Also, avoid putting too much citrus, as this can make our compost too acidic. Bread is also hard for our bugs and microorganisms to break down in large quantities, so be careful not to add too much. Make sure to take off any stickers, plastic, or other not natural materials before you drop off anything in our bins. This includes compostable plastics. If you are putting any cardboard or paper bags into our compost bin, please make sure to cut them up into smaller pieces. If the pieces are too big, it will take too long for our organisms to break them down. Similarly, avoid putting any whole fruits, veggies, or other large foods in. Cutting them up beforehand will help them break down faster. After you put your green waste in, please make sure to cover it with our brown waste to prevent any bad odors. Try to put in an equal amount of brown waste as you added of green waste in the bin. We will have these guidelines posted at our bins as well for your use. Compost is a great way we can reuse our food scraps to benefit our soil, our plants, our community, and our planet. Thank you for being a part of this process and for helping Monrovia become a composting leader.